Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the Hardcore Breach League as a solo self-found summoner of caustic clouds and the occasional minion. We find ourselves in Act 3 of Merciless and we're gonna see how far we can make it through today. Hey, Porcupine Blight, you don't belong here. You're guests, you're supposed to behave yourself, you're not supposed to explode in my face. We found the sewer grating, which is good. But we won't need it until we clear the Crematorium, and it's always really close to the entrance, so bit of a moot point. We are still running around with the souped up raging spirits, and we're not summoning any skeletons at the moment. It's an experiment that worked out rather well last time, so we're continuing it this time. And we shall see. So we have slightly less body blockers, but we compensate for that by doing more damage with the raging spirits. Both because they now are benefiting from 46% more damage, as well as from not alternating casting skeletons and raging spirits, so we have double the number of spirits. Incidentally, raging spirits, caustic clouds are, I was gonna say larger, but it's not in volume, it's in terms of damage. Hello there, Perpetuous. But they have more life, so therefore their caustic clouds cause more damage. Especially if you then boost that by another 46%, it only gets better. And if you then have more clouds, it means you're gonna cover more of the arena with caustic clouds. Downside of not having as many body blockers. Defensively, we have to be slightly more on our toes. But offensively, it also means that our zombies can get more at the monsters themselves. So it's a trade-off. We have our Vow summon skeletons when we need more skeletons in a pinch. So for now, I think we're doing pretty well. And especially in breaches. I was gonna say, in breaches. Oh. Okay, all my minions, please come to me and just create a safe zone here. Okay, in the lightning. I'm not a fan of the lightning. Get out of me, out of the lightning. There's a lot of stuff happening here. But we are doing more damage, and well, the result is of course that we have a lot of splinters of ash. Slightly elevated heart rate, I'm not gonna deny that. Losing my energy shield always causes that, because once you are fighting in your life, you are fighting basically with your last chances. We have a very nice alive pool, so it's not all that bad, but no, as a hybrid character, try to avoid making a habit of fighting in the life. And then that way, you're always going to be playing on the safe side. Ooh, another essence. Wailing Essence of Rage. This one has 4 stripes, so it's going to be a tier 4 essence. So here, have some skulls. They're also very angry, filled up with rage. Thank you for that. And we find ourselves completely full on gear. So let's empty our pockets quickly. And then we're gonna move onwards. Also, we found ourselves another map, which is good. I like maps. We want a lot of them. Also, someone ate our zombies. I wonder how that happened. And our Spectres, yeah. Oh, I haven't really been chain casting Spectres there, have I? That's, oh, the Raging Spirits, they really benefit from chain casting, so your other minions are not benefiting as much. There is a little bit of a conflict of interest there. Especially once you get to the point where you really want your Spectres to start causing some clouds, or when you need them even. So we'll have to see about that, whether we will continue with the Raging Spirits as our channeled skill, or maybe if we'll switch to putting Spectres on a channel. And then of course we need more corpses to go with it. But there are some interesting things to consider, some interesting trade-offs. But those are questions that I'll answer once they become relevant. For now, the current playstyle works really rather well. We're doing a lot of damage, we're pushing through things. The previous breach, the rares actually did die, which is well, something I can't always say. Especially the toll breaches where everything is chilled and the minions are slowed down, and of course their damage output has been reduced. There it's a bit more tricky to kill things. We'll probably have to switch to a more active caustic cloud playstyle there. But outside of that, we can get pretty far with just our minion monster playstyle. And I see another hand on the map and purple swirlies in the air. So Elder Allies cannot die, therefore you must... I did remember to cast some more of our Spectres here to speed things up, and it seems like we need to go over here. Hello, Inferno Rumble. We had minions or Spectres with coward AI that were running away from the boss, which doesn't really help. Then you port on top of them and then you get coward AI. Ooh, superior minion damage. I like it. And oh, hey Pete. Sorry, we just completely stomped over a unique without even acknowledging him. Feels bad, I suppose. Okay. Things are burning. Now what? We're gonna play this safe. If there's fire, I'm not gonna go into the fire. I'm not gonna go into the fire. That way I won't get myself burned. Might be slower, it will be safer. No. As I said, don't want to get myself burned. And he was body blocking me. Stupid skeleton. Okay, oh. Teleport in, do some nuking here. Yes. Oh. See, we have to go there. Ooh, haha. If you put your minions on top, some of them will be on the other side of the wall and they'll be able to take out the boss. But my minions are not smart enough. Interesting. Seems like they use pathfinding from your own character rather than from themselves in order to determine their targets. The Raging Spirits fly, so of course they just fly over the lava and just murderize whatever is out there. In the meantime, we'll hit another couple of levers. No, not gonna go into the lava. I said I was not gonna go into the lava. Gonna try to stick to what I said. Lava is receding. And this is just a dummy end, so then we will go here to the final door. Wham! And we'll just dive under your shields and murderize you. Like that. So, 4 trials down, 2 more to go. And of course, we still have the hand over here. Completely surrounded. Ooh, we're teleported just next to the hand, which is good. We can clear out the rubble here for a little bit. Scatter some corpses here. They are currently burning, which is not happy. Sidestep that a little bit. Okay, Army of the Damned, I summon you. Also, Gabble, I pick you up. Okay, we'll just port our minions in. Clawed hand, I like it. Stuff on the other side of the wall. Pour through, okay. Got a bit of a cold thing going on here. Bit of tool. A lot of cold stuff going on here. Porting in, getting our minions, hoping for more spawns. Nope. The hands, they fall and stand with just how good the monster spawns are. Sometimes you get a really good spawn and you get completely overwhelmed, and if you can kill them all, then the loot is gonna be glorious. Other times minions are just gonna get, or monsters are gonna get stuck behind walls and doors and corners and everything. And it will be less glorious. Okay, we find ourselves with piety, another DPS check.
My work in progress.
So, port everything in, get some corpses up. And then we'll just re-raise some of our Spectres. Okay, and we cleared her health bar, which is always a good indication that your DPS is in a pretty good spot. If she can only get saved by game mechanics, then of course your damage output is pretty decent. We find ourselves in town, so let's empty our pockets. This 7% increased damage. I think the quality adds 0.75 increased damage. So this is a very nice one. Let's see if we can we'll replace the minion speed that we were leveling. Don't think we're gonna fit it anywhere anyway. And then it will just get leveled up a couple times. So we get a key from you. Let's have a chat with Greiger and Maramoa and the other dude, Hagen. Let's see, we are... Let's go for the shields.
There is nothing out.
Might be useful.
Stay out of the shadows. They bite.
+1 to Socketed Cold Gems, mana, Chaos Resist, Block Chance. Currently we have more resists and more block chance. Well, this has a better base block chance. We'll stash it away and judge it later. Doesn't appear to be better at first glance, but you never quite know. I remember the entrance to the sewers being very close to town. So we're gonna take the long track through town where you always wish yourself that, why can't I use a Quicksilver flasks in town? This is such a long walk. And we go through. Yes. And there we are. Sewer gratings. To the depths we go. Well, so far we're making pretty good progress. Halfway through the episode, we've cleared the Crematorium. Both of the tasks we had down there. Ooh, you need some attention. These guys can hurt quite a bit. So we'll just focus our attention on it. Well, it's also the last thing standing. This is our minion damage, the level 1, it's now level 2. Down here we are looking for a bust, a statue. The minion damage being a very low level gem, of course, means it's gonna level pretty quickly. We are level 70 ourselves, this is level 63 area, which means we are still gaining decent experience. We're only 7 levels ahead. We are gaining diminished experience ourselves. But our gems always gain full experience. Doesn't really matter how overleveled we are, our gems always gain a full experience. That's really good for just leveling lower level gems with quality in as high a level as you can play. At some point, no, there's going to be the balance between XP per kill versus clear speed. And if you can kill twice as many monsters in the same time, then you can afford to have those monsters give up to twice as little experience. So sometimes going to a lower level area if that drastically improves your clear speed. It's gonna be efficient in terms of XP per hour. Especially now that we also have breaches. They do add quite a bunch of monsters to an area once the breach spawns, of course. Let's see, that's the exits. This is the one time we don't really want to find the exit because we still have a bust to find. Now, I have to admit, I rarely care too strongly about we walked by it. We walked by it. I rarely care too much about efficiency, and I care more about, is it fun to play, and am I not risking myself too much? Though the risk thing only really truly matters on hardcore. Once you're playing a standard, then worst case you die. Well, if you die you lose 10% of your experience, so there's that. But that's also the worst thing that happens. So the calculations are more in favor of pushing as forward as hard as possible to content that you can just still barely play. While on hardcore, I tend to take things slightly more cautious. And especially while leveling. No, being overleveled, it does help you just plow through some content.
Sad creatures in dark corners. Seems they've been sad for a very long time.
Thing is though, once you start hitting the higher tiers of maps, or once you get appropriate tier maps with really nasty modifiers on them, then the power leveling strategy suddenly stops working, and in terms of game difficulty it will feel like you're slamming your head into a brick wall at the speed of light. And the headache's gonna be colossal. So that's something that you want to ease into it, you know, hit the brakes a bit before you do that, because otherwise it's gonna be la 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 split. What the hell just happened to my character? Which is one of the reasons why I'm taking such an overly cautious approach to doing the maps. I think the white maps we should not have any issues with.
Yes, what is it?
Let's see, it's just not, well, just stash everything. Stay with habits, stash everything. But with my lacerator, I did notice that the higher, there's some yellow maps that already have tricky bosses. I know there's Megara, the Firecaster, in the Crematorium inspired level. The cells, yes, that one. She's painful. She is really painful. That was the first character where I actually died, or the first map I think where I actually died with my lacerator. It was only a tier 6 map. All the other maps were pretty fine. That one, just boom. But that's why I'm taking such a cautious approach. The white maps should be fine. But once we get further, no, it's better to be overly cautious and burn a couple of maps for the sake of caution, rather than slamming your head into that brick wall and losing your character. Breaches, of course, also add a very interesting flavor to the maps. Of course, you have a map with a bunch of enchants, and they will be applying to a large group of monsters that will be swarming you from all sides. Which normally is not the case. Normally you know the monsters, you clear an area from start, you have a very large safe space. And most of the monsters on maps, they're almost forgettable. you can almost disregard regular monsters. And it's not until the boss we are locked into a very, very tiny arena with a very angry boss where things get dangerous. You have to pay attention to boss mechanics and things like that in order to not die. But breaches, they changed the formula. They changed the calculations of where the risks are. Because even if you have cleared the entirety of the map and you open up a breach, suddenly you are in the center of danger. There are no safe zones, with the exception of outside of the breach. But of course, because the breach is expanding, that also doesn't really quite work. So the best thing you can do is to clear out a safe space in the dead center of that breach. Or against the wall or something if you have more natural terrain. And recreate yourself a safe zone while also killing monsters and expanding. Let's see, was there there's just so many corpses here, it's pretty hard to see if there's the proper corpse. I don't think there's the proper corpse. This is just a blood splatter from that thing, yeah. There's a corpse here. So much stuff walking about. I don't think there was a corpse there. Good. There's more stuff. Okay, dead end. I mean, our minions are just casually killing most of the white mobs that we encounter. It's just basically as designed. It allows you to focus a bit more on just progression. Ooh, there's a rare here. So let's re-summon the minions. And then just get a bunch of flaming skulls going and clearing the general area around us. And then we'll push forward. Now create a little bit of a pocket of safe space again. From which we can venture forth. And there is the corpse we were looking for. And purple. What is purple? Union of Souls. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing breaches in maps and just seeing how dangerous things can get, or how interesting things can get. That was an interesting, ominous sound to underscore what I just said. There's no corpse there, so that's not where we go. Ooh, bunch of zombie ape things. But once again, clear ourselves a little bit of a pocket here. And then we move onwards. Okay, so these bone stalkers, they hit hard, so put some minions between us and them. Definitely helps. Okay. We still have all our minions, so we are still in a good spot. I don't think I want to hug you. Come on, go away. Hug my minions. They're really cuddly. Corrupted area, more life and monsters poison on hit. Well, again, we have a lot of minions between us and them, so they can poison the minions for all they care. Does mean we do need to not run too far ahead of our minions. Because otherwise, of course, it's not gonna help. So there's a Vile Totem there, we need to port in. Do a teleportation assassination. And once more, yes. And actually I ran in before checking if Convocation was off the cooldown. Luckily it was, barely. Oh, holy moly, there's a lot of Vile Totems here. Good. Okay, there's stuff happening here. I think we encountered the boss off screen or something. Let's do a little bit of clearing up here. We're fighting in our life. Never ever push forward while fighting in your life. We got poisoned for a little bit. There was not actually a boss there, but here it is. Yeah. And then we move out again, because these things, they hurt as well and they inflict status ailments. Also, let's get the Army of the Damned up and running. and hide behind the knuckleheads. It's a very brave thing to do, hiding behind the knuckleheads. Okay, Val Cold Snap, and we're actually porting up and down to empty our pockets. Normally by this time you might start thinking about tightening up your loot filter, picking up less rare items, things like that. In my case though, I've been dutifully turning Orbs of Alteration into Jeweler's Orbs with the Orion daily recipe. But it eats 32 Orbs of Alteration, and you really need to pick up a lot of rare items in order to keep up that habit. And because we cannot buy 5 or 6 link items, we need to craft this ourselves. Well, we're probably gonna get ourselves a Val Regalia and turn that into a 6 link. But it's gonna be a manual labor of love, and that requires a lot of currency. And that means we need a lot of Orbs of Alteration, and therefore rare items are still relevant to us. One of the solo self-found things that you normally would have to deal with. You just buy yourself a 6 socket or a 6 link item, depending on your budget. In our case, budget doesn't matter. All that matters is what we can make or find. Might get really lucky and find ourselves a 6 link Val Regalia. On the other hand, I can always just keep dreaming. Also, I need to get better at keeping an eye out for the minions, because they are starting to die now. And I did saw a corpse down there. Just wanted to open up these chests and kill these things. So many things to kill. And we go in. Oh, these are blues. I think we gained about a quarter of a level in XP. So our XP is not advancing really rapidly, but it is advancing, so that is good. I think we didn't get the Gembling Legion to spawn this time, but that's okay. We've made it to the marketplace. So we're gonna look for the waypoint. We also have a sewers down here. We have a Spectres decanter. And a, no, not a Crematorium, the Catacombs, yes. There's the other location that starts with a C. But we're not gonna do all of that in this episode, because this episode is already running a little long. So we're just gonna grab the waypoint. And then I'm gonna dive into the sewers and into the catacombs by myself. In the next episode we're gonna push forward. Go towards the docks area. And then unlock the Solaris Temple. Ah, there are sewers here. Sewers lead to the other side. On the other hand, sewers also confuse the heck out of me when you get out on the other side. So for now, we're just gonna see if we can find the pathway that leads us further. Is this the red tiles? Yes, this is the red tiles. So, let's see. You are Merciless to the face. We are getting out of there. Here, I have some minions. Yes. So normally Merciless to the face with his lightning sparklies. He can be a bit of a handful. But of course, he kills our minions and they leave behind caustic cloud, which hurt him a lot more than he hurts us. So we're doing pretty good there. And then this leads us to the waypoint. This is always a feature. Once you see those red tiles, you know you go through somewhere along the corridor, Merciless, then at the end there's always the waypoint. It always works like that, and that's very nice. But we have reached the waypoint at the marketplace. which means we have a natural marker for the ending of this episode. So, see you again next episode, hopefully on our way to the market. If you see me playing in the sewers or in the catacombs, something interesting might have happened there that warranted another episode. But for now, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.